People, this is Sunshine.
And this is he.
We're laughing because some stuff went on before we got on, but that's all right. It's all good. So, what was the Sunshine and E?
Okay, door closed.
Yeah, okay. We're going to take over from.
I don't know.
Let's go from here. We already did the Sunshine. That's all good. We're laughing. I mean, this is really what we're doing. We're laughing, but you know, it's kind of a serious moment. This is going to be a dated video. A lot of times you're going to hear me say dated video. Basically what that means, you go back and look at this video and it's a stamp of time of when that video, based on the events that were going on that time. So this is going to be a dated video. So if you ever go back to this thing 5 years from now, you know exactly when things were going on, and we're all talking about
the coronavirus thing going on. You know, it's kind of serious what everyone is going through, and it's that everyone's going through it at the same time. Right. Everyone's issues and situations are totally separate, but collectively we're all going through the same things. And you know, some family members, it's unfortunate that have lost family members due to this virus. Very sad.
It's a tough situation because I don't think, thinking back 5 years, 15, 20, maybe even several decades or some centuries, thinking back, this is probably the first time in a long time where the effect wasn't just in a certain area, a certain type of people, certain class of people. I mean, it's everyone, every profession, every walk of life, every country. It's worldwide. So that's what makes it so devastating, because it affects everyone, and we really don't have a clear, you know, vision of how we get out of this. We kind of learn as we go, and hopefully in years or as time goes on, we'll look back at this video and we'll see that you know, we did what we had to do and we got to the next level. So everyone's treating it different all around the world. We're here in the U.S., we got a way we're treating it, and it's just one thing that shows you a lot of changes has been going on. We took several pictures, and I just kind of noticed some things as I was kind of going about my daily life, and we're going to show you some pictures of some of the things you never seen 6 months ago from this point, and now it's becoming a norm. And we're going to show some of the pictures later on, and I'm sure some of you have seen those things too. And a
lot of things we're kind of going through that, you know, it's kind of similar a little bit to in certain parts of the country where you have certain weather conditions. And say in the South, it's very rare that you have snowstorms. So when people hear snow, everyone's running to the store and grabbing up stuff, and because you never know. In the northern part of the states, it's probably a little different because they're kind of used to it. Never have we ever seen this nationwide, where everyone's running to the store and you're literally getting to the store and there is nothing. Absolutely. The necessities. Toilet paper is a big thing. You know, everyone needs toilet paper. Stores closing.
Right.
You know, where, you know, you can't get into a store to get any particular thing. I remember when I was younger, I was mentioning it. Do you remember when the stores, you know, like the grocery stores used to close? That was a norm.
Right.
Back in, you know, when I was growing up, like 9 o'clock. You know, there were no 24-hour anything.
Right.
You know, no restaurants, no 24-hour anything that I can recall.
Right.
Now it seems like we're kind of going back to that. We've been in that same arena, whereas our children have never seen that. You know, that what is this? This is not normal to them. You know, we came from an era where we had pay phones. Now everyone has phones.
Right.
But now, you know, so that's the norm.
and it's kind of weird because even years ago, I can think back when I was growing up, if this situation would happen, I think that we probably could manage dealing with it as a family, having to stay together for long periods of time, and it's kind of weird how some people are struggling with that.
Yeah.
And they have so much entertainment, where when I was growing up, we think like she said, there was a time you start seeing this flag, and that means the TV station's going
Right.
off, and that's it, no more TV. We got
You heard the
24 hour
national
TV.
anthem,
Yeah.
and it was going off,
Yeah,
and you didn't
so-
have any television until the next
Yeah,
day.
so there's a lot of entertainment. As far as you have the TVs, you got several hundred channels you can watch. Then you have your phone where you can so there's a lot of entertainment, and then you have your family. So
Right.
it's weird for me to hear people, because I wouldn't have a problem if we had to be quarantined together for 2 or 3 weeks. I don't see it. I don't see the big problem in that. Some people, I guess, when you're used to doing something, that's what you get accustomed to. So it's hard to get out that groove.
Right.
But the thing, like our channel is kind of about, like we were talking about in and around casinos and things, and so there's a lot of people that if you check the YouTube channels, you'll see a lot of people that have a lot of slot channels, where some of these people it kind of caught them by surprise. So a lot of them have footage that they can put on there to to show you.
present to,
Yeah, some of them are just they're just kind of really telling you more about them. And some have stockpiled a few videos so they can muscle through it. But it's just a break that we have to take. And far as us, it wasn't a livelihood for us. Just a way of having some entertainment and making a little cash while we're doing it, and take advantage of some of those things.
With you guys, of course.
Yeah, and just getting away. Most of the big thing is getting away, because we like to travel. So that was one of the things.
Yeah,
so for us, it's not a huge deal. When it comes around and they open back up, we'll get back on board and do those things, and show you some of them videos. So it's a serious deal, but I'm hopeful that things will soon turn around, and we'll make the right choices based on some other countries making certain choices. Maybe there's certain things they did, we can use a little bit of that, and this country did, we use a little bit of that, and we can, as a world, get back on track and get back to where we were. We're really
The main thing is everyone staying safe, and being able to adapt to this may be the way it's gonna be. As far as distancing, the stores staying, not opening 24 hours. Maybe down the line they will, but when they're saying stay in your home, everyone, don't be selfish. Think of the next person.
Right.
Because the way they're putting it out and saying that no one knows who has it.
Right.
And you don't know for days. So as you're coming in encounter with someone and you don't know you're infected, I'm infecting you, you might be infecting me. We don't know. And then everyone's health issues are different.
Correct.
So for the safety of some, let's all come together and not think of a selfish nature of saying, I'm bored being at home. Of course, because it's not your norm. It's not the norm. It's something that you have to kind of get used to. And if you think of it as a temporary change, anyone should be able to adapt to some type of temporary change.
Right, but I think sometimes, I think once we get through this, that's the main thing, is get through this. Once we get through this, I think this is really going to help us down the line, because when we turn around and go back through the beginning of the year again, cold and flu season, we're going to start using these same practices that we're using now, and that's going to help us. We're used to getting past the cold. I think if we have the same frame of mind now, then as we have right now, I think it'll eliminate a lot of that passing the cold, because people will be covering, people will be wearing masks, people will stay their distance, people will be covering themselves, as far as sneezing and coughing. So I think in some ways it's going to teach us, when we get to that season where we have the issues with flu and colds, and we'll be able to practice some of the things we're doing now, and that will actually help us down the line. So we just want to give a little, like I said, a little dated video for you all to, just kind of keep a certain frame of mind. But like I said, we're going to show you some of the things that you see now, or you see right now, that you didn't see 6 months ago. All right. So we want to make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification button, comment below. Give us your views on what's going on, and we're going to be back with some more videos, but we just want to take a little time to kind of personalize what we do as far as our channel is concerned of how we feel on the current situation. So
everyone, again, stay safe, keep your distance. It's a sad to me. I don't mean to harbor. I know we're trying to wrap it up a little bit, but it's a little sad because I'm a hugger. I'm a toucher. This is something I'm having to learn. My husband should always tell me all the time, "Oh, everybody don't like me to touch them," but I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I myself am having to recondition the person I am, and that's difficult for me, and not able to even hug your own children. It's just kind of, it's different.
Yeah,
it's different. So everyone, let's just sit tight for a little bit, and so we can try to wait out the storm, and to see how things are going to go from here. So, to no further ado, honey, I just want to say thank you for listening.
Right, and
thank you, Sunshine.
Annie, check out some of these things that we didn't see 6 months ago.
Right, the sauce aisle. Vegetables. This is just extremely crazy. I wonder, it's the end of the world or something. Could be, never know. Hamburger Helper. Well, it's as good as Hamburger Helper without the meat. So check out the meat section. Little tuna. Oh, there is some tuna now, a little bit. Wow. So, the aisles are completely empty. Gee whiz. This is the noodle aisle. And the soups. Ramen noodles all out. Wow. Let's go check some other shelves out.